Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video today I'm going to talk to you about ingrown hairs, how you can get them, how you can get rid of them, how to prevent them, and also how to modify your hair removal journey. So ingrown hairs are medically called pseudofolliculitis, and this is what happens when you have hair that actually grows out of the hair follicle and it ends up irritating your skin. So you find that you will have your skin will be painful. Sometimes you'll find that you have some bumps on your skin and it will cause irritation that is oftentimes confused with pimples. So usually we call these razor bumps, and these are things that usually happen around the areas where we have the most hair. So for instance, the beards, your pubic area, sometimes your legs, and then also sometimes some people experience them around their boob. So when we go into the causes of ingrown hairs, you will find that the texture of your hair is a very big determinant on whether you will get ingrown hairs or not. For instance, curly hair has a tendency to actually cause most of the ingrown hairs because of the way it's curled up. So as your hair comes out of the hair follicle, it is already curly. Straight hair usually goes upwards, so it has lesser chances of causing you any trouble. But the curly one, sometimes when it is growing, it will bend towards your skin, and then that is going to grow back inside your skin and cause you a lot of pain. The other thing that will cause you to have ingrown hair is what your hair removal method is. For instance, if you use tweezing or if you use shaving, what happens is the hair that is left, when you cut that hair off, because the blade is so sharp, it will just cut through and leave a really sharp hair edge. Now what happens is when the hair is growing back, it will actually grow back very sharp and it will find itself very easy to pierce back into your skin, and then it will start to implant itself, and that is going to cause you some sort of irritation because of the foreign body reaction on your skin, and then you will end up having a razor bump, or you will end up having an ingrown hair on your skin. So for the people who like to tweeze, it even gets worse, because when you tweeze, you're just plucking hair out of your skin, and the hair that remains deep inside your skin, the hair follicle, it is actually so sharp, but it becomes very difficult for it to grow in a healthy way, growing outside of the skin. So it will stay inside there, and instead of growing straight in its own hair follicle, it is actually going to grow sideways into your skin, and that's why you'll find that it will implant itself, and it will be so painful for you, causing that irritation that you don't like. So you will know that you'll have an ingrown hair. For instance, the one that comes from tweezing, you will just see a bump on the outside of your skin that is just red and very itchy and painful, and trust me, you will have the temptation to scratch. Of course, that is not going to help much, but it is so irritating and so painful. Then the ingrown hairs that actually grow on the outside, sometimes it is easy because you can carefully use maybe a sharp object like a needle, and then you can be able to just give it a nudge slowly, and then you can be able to pull out the ingrown hair from touching your skin, and maybe just cut it and trim it short. So how can you be able to cure an ingrown hair? And some of this advice is going to come off very weird, but all the things that we mentioned, shaving, tweezing, anything that involves you using any sharp object to be able to remove your hair, it has to change. So your hair removal process has to really change entirely. And the recommendation usually is, when you have a lot of ingrown hairs, is you just have to wait for the hair to grow back. So probably giving it 30 days to grow back in a nice and healthy way, then you can be able to trim it in a much better format. Now I know for women it is difficult. There is no way you can tell me that you're going to let your hair grow for 30 days because it is not usually socially acceptable. So I know very many people will not be very comfortable with this advice. However, what you can do if that is not something that you can wait for is probably use their creams that are just supposed to help with shavings. And what they do is you just apply the cream on your skin, and it weakens the hair so that by the time you're able to remove it, the hair is so weak and it's not going to cause you, even the hair that remains inside the hair follicles is not that strong enough for it to actually pierce through your skin. So that is also an alternative that you can look into for your hair removal process. Another thing that can actually help you is, if you do not want to do away entirely with the tweezing and the shaving, is just go ahead to, if you're going to shave like on a day, like, you know, for instance, if you're going to shave like right now, start with like maybe taking a shower, and that, you know, when the hair absorbs a lot of water, it actually builds up, so the hair follicle swells up, so that by the time you cut the hair, it is not going to leave a very sharp it's not going to leave a very sharp edge. It's just going to be like, you know, blunt and soft, and that is also going to help you to not have an ingrown hair in the future. Or someone may ask me, I'm just rushing out of the door and I just realized, like, oh my goodness, I need to get rid of this hair. Like, I need to get rid of this hair. Like, what do I do? If, you know, you want to just run out, you don't have time to take a shower, what you can do is just, you know, splash some water for like around like 3 minutes, let it soak up a little bit onto the area that you want to shave, and then that will make it easy for you when you shave. It will not give you any razor bumps because the water will have soaked up in the hair, just giving it a little bit of a soft touch so that you don't have to be so harsh on your skin. So I think the best hair removal technique right now would be laser hair removal, and this may not be available for everybody, but it is quite the best. Now what happens is, for the laser hair removal, is they use a machine called the laser, and it's just basically light. Yeah, so the light is placed onto your skin, and that light is converted into heat when it's placed onto your skin. So it targets, you know, the melanin in your skin. Yeah, and it actually removes the hair so that it takes a very, very long time to grow back. Now the challenge with this is, since it targets your melanin, you might find that for darker people it can damage your skin, because remember, already our melanin, you know, we are already dark and our hair is also dark, so it might be confused on what exactly it should target, whether it's the hair or it's the skin, and that may cause you some skin damage. However, I have noticed that there have been lasers have been modified to take care of, like, you know, different skin colors. So make sure when you're picking a laser, choose a laser that works for you. Usually it's quite easy when it comes to, like, you know, people who are fair skin, because, you know, their skin is much more different from the color of their hair. So when the laser is targeting, it knows exactly what to look for, because there's a variation of skin color. Things that you should avoid in your hair removal technique is, for instance, like stretching out your skin, like to remove the hair. Like, for instance, if you want to like shave like right here, stretching out your skin like this, then, you know, putting a razor over it, like, will be so deadly for you, because once you let the skin go like this, it is just actually going to make the hairs to prick inside your skin, and before you know it, you're going to have bumps, and then you're just going to have ingrown hairs all over again, and that is going to be irritating. So I hope these tips were really, really helpful for you, and I hope that you can check out my channel for more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching. I enjoy making such videos for you. Please leave me a comment. I would love to hear more from you, and make sure you subscribe and share this video. Until next time,